before we get into the rest of the video, I wanted to let you know that the channel has a new sponsor. It's audible.com. They're a sister company of Amazon, and they specialize in selling audiobooks. Now, the really cool thing is that if you sign up through the channel at audibletrial.com/52cards, they'll hook you up with a free audiobook. I would really recommend Tricks of the Mind by Darren Brown. He is one of my favorite magicians, and he wrote this series of books, one on magic, one on memory, and one on hypnosis. And they're just really good. I would start with one on magic. He talks about the psychology behind magic and how to present it in a way to make it stronger. So if you want to get it, go ahead and go to audibletrial.com/52cards, and you can get it for free. All right, so this is a really clever and convincing card control. The really cool thing about this is that the card that you're controlling actually never moves. So let me show you how to do this. We'll use the King of Hearts in this case. Here's what it looks like you're gonna do. It looks like you're riffling off half the cards, you lift them up, and you're peeling that card off onto the bottom packet, putting the top packet back, squaring up, and then the card is lost. In reality, here's what's actually happening. You riffle off the cards off your thumb, you lift off about half the cards, and you're gonna pretend to swipe off that top card onto the bottom packet, but what's really happening is with the tip of your left first finger, you're actually contacting the bottom card of this right hand packet. It's just a random card, it doesn't matter what this card is. You're contacting it, and you're in the process of acting like you're swiping off that top card, you're actually pulling out that bottom card. And then you're slapping the remaining cards back on top. Okay, now this isn't a great angle to demonstrate this at, but from the front angle and with the right speed and right motion, it just looks great. Okay, the card that you're trying to control remains on top exactly where you want it to be. So let me try to do it again with a few tips. You lift off half the cards, and actually when you first start practicing this, it's a good idea to actually get used to the motion of actually doing it. Okay, so actually get used to lifting off half the cards, swiping off that top card onto the bottom, and then pushing it in. Okay, get used to how this feels, get used to how this looks, and then when you do the move, you want to try to imitate it as closely as possible. It's going to sound a little bit differently, so compare this sound to this sound. Okay, it sounds different, but it doesn't matter because they don't know what it's supposed to sound like. Try to make it look as similar as possible. So you lift off, and here's a tip for you. If you just keep your hand stationary as you do the steal, or as you pull out that bottom card, you know, if someone's paying really close attention, they might catch it. So it's a good idea to always bring in a bit of a larger motion to cover the move. So in this case, here's what I do. I lift off half the cards. As I do the swipe, I'm actually lifting both hands up, and then as I come back down, that's when I do the steal. Okay, or that's when I do I guess it's a bottom deal, really. Essentially, it's what you're doing is a really easy bottom deal. It's much easier than an actual bottom deal. But you come up on the way down, that's when you do it. It's not gonna look great at this angle, but get used to that motion, and then from there, it's just acting at that point. You pretend to push it in very cleanly. Well, you are pushing it cleanly, but you pretend like that's their card, and you're good to go. Their card is exactly where you want it to be, right on top of the deck. Okay, now it's going to help if your finger is extremely dry, your first finger. It might be a little bit difficult to pull that card out, so you might want to have just a little bit of moisture there, and then really when you come over to grab the card, really pretend like you're going to grab it. So put some motion in your thumb. You want to act like you're grabbing it, and then just use your first finger to pull out that bottom card. And that is the Slipjog card control. It's a really clever thing. Have fun with it. It's a really cool move, and I hope you like it. Take care, you guys. Bye.